Recruiting is heading to a split screen moment. On the one side, traditional recruiting workflows, ATS, CRM, LinkedIn, email, WhatsApp, all disconnected. You do the work, then you update the system after it's done, if it's done at all. On the other side, Agentic Recruiting, where voice agents run conversations, capture structured data, trigger workflows, and give you real-time pipeline visibility. Here's the point of the video. The same way AI is pressuring legacy SaaS businesses, Agentic AI is about to pressure legacy recruiting. Some TA teams and recruiting firms will leverage this and compound output. Others will get left behind. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 3 things. 1, who wins and who loses in Agentic Recruiting. 2, the new Agentic Recruiter stack. And 3, a quick demo that will show you the business case. Cool, let's jump in. Most recruiting teams have the same problem. Your data is scattered across tools. Your pipeline is mostly tribal knowledge, which can be a good thing if you're leveraging AI. Follow-ups and calls happen disparately, and they never really get captured in a central place. And the most expensive people on your team are doing the same thing, chasing the same people and doing the same admin. That's why recruiting generally feels like constant motion and not really that much productive output. And here's honestly the uncomfortable truth. Legacy recruiting tools were not built for this kind of agentic AI massive action that we're talking about. They were built for record keeping, which was fine back in the day. But this is the agentic age. Agentic systems flip that. They're built to take action first and then update everything automatically in one place. Okay, let's talk about the losers first. These are the teams that are going to rely on their traditional legacy models, legacy follow-up, legacy operating systems. They're measuring activity, KPIs, not outcomes. I used to work for a recruiting company. This is exactly what they did. All they cared about was KPIs. Now, of course, KPIs in action will lead to results eventually, but it's not a very process-driven, centralized, non-disparate process. They treat their ATS as a source of truth, and they keep adding tools, disparate tools, without adding centralized and connected workflows, connecting into APIs and services and making it all work together using AI as the central brain, the intelligence. In the agentic age, these teams will feel like they're moving more slowly every quarter. The winning teams are the people that will standardize the conversation early on in the recruiting stage. What you ask, what you capture, what happens next. So you're designing an architecture for the structure. And you're turning conversations into structured data automatically. And this can be very powerful when you're also combining that with automation and AI. You will route candidates exponentially faster than your competitors. And you can build real-time visibility into what's happening into your recruiting business right now. And also, if it's happening in real time, that's very powerful because, again, we can use AI to assess, analyze, and manage. So basically, for the winners, it's about removing the low value work. So recruiters and salespeople can do what actually drives hires, growth, revenue, this type of thing. And I guess in essence, those 3 things are qualification, closing, and revenue. Next, we're going to talk about the agentic stack. This is where the AI rubber hits the road. Here's the agentic recruiter stack in plain English, which is 4 layers. Layer 1, which is the voice layer. It's the conversation layer at scale. This is where the work starts and the voice agents run outbound and follow-ups consistently, 24/7. They don't sleep. We did an ROI study using data from LinkedIn and discovered what would take 2 humans 8 hours a day to contact 20,000 candidates in your database. Our agentic recruiting platform could do that in 2 weeks. Humans, 1.5 years, agentic recruiting, 2 weeks. The tools we're currently using at the voice layer, the top stack, are 11 Labs, which is a great orchestration platform. We love it, and we are using it heavily recently. So that handles voice, orchestration, LLM, this type of thing. And then the telephony, which is Twilio, which is a low-code platform for telephony, numbers, SMS delivery, this type of thing. Number 2 is the intelligence layer. We're moving down the stack here. This is understanding and reasoning. And this is where the agent understands intent and context and can make decisions like Is this candidate actually relevant? What role fits? What should happen next? So the intelligence will actually reason and make these decisions, and then action will be taken. And the tools we're using on the second layer, which is the intelligence layer, all the LLMs, OpenAI, Gemini, and Claude Code, and whatever your favorite LLM is. And at this layer, we can update your ATS, your CRM, we can trigger an email, we can schedule interviews, we can route to the right recruiter or salesperson. And the tools we're using in the automation layer currently are N8N. This is my favorite backend workflow tool. You've seen it in a lot of my previous demos. I love it, but we are moving more to custom code for this layer as well as we build out the platform. Number 4, the analytics layer. This is where we get visibility and control. This is the manager view, or the U view. And this is what it looks like entirely. You can see actually what is happening. Who looks good in the zoo? Who is who in the zoo? Where are the bottlenecks happening? We can see all of this happening at once. So when you take those 4 layers, that's the system. Voice handles the conversation, AI handles the reasoning, automation handles execution, and analytics gives visibility. Cool. Next, we're going to jump into a demo, and I'm going to show you all of these tools and the entire Agentic Recruiter tech stack in action. Okay, we're going to jump into the demo. Before we do, if you have been enjoying this video and getting value from this content, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. Also, if you would like to connect with me to discuss your business, whether it's recruiting, sales, front office, commercially minded, maybe you're running events and you want to create an agentic stack for your events, or maybe you want to go out and do some surveys to all your customers. Maybe you want to map a partner market. Anything that you think that can be automated using AI and get better visibility, anything that you can imagine, we can probably do. So just go on my website. It's called Dynaflow.ai, and go. So on my website, you'll see our products. This is the HireVoice platform. And as we discussed earlier, you've got the agentic layer, the automation layer, the intelligence layer. And then if you go to book a meeting, it will briefly describe the process where we do a discovery call. This is about a 20-minute call. I ask you some questions, very basic stuff about your business. And together we discover some bottlenecks in your business. And we also start to understand how you can achieve return on your investment using these tools. Obviously, we want to make sure the money you're investing in AI and voice comes back like exponentially, tenfold, orders of magnitude. And then we'll do an audit. I'll come back, show you some workflows, show you some videos, maybe even make a demo for you. And by the way, this is all free up until now. You don't have to pay anything. And then if you're okay, and when you actually see the ROI, then we will deploy the pilot or the actual deployment and get this thing live into production so you can start saving money and even making money. If this sounds interesting to you, go to Dynaflow.ai, click book free strategy call, this purple button here. That will take you to my Calendly, and simply pick a date that works for you. I'm in Asia. I'm in an Asia time zone. And click a time, click next, put in your name, your email, and a brief reason why you want to connect. And that's what will happen. We will get connected. Moving on to the demo. This is a front end interface that my developer, my CTO, and I built. This is designed to show you as a recruiter, TA, or salesperson how data can come in through a call in real time. And we're going to show you that in the actual demo. And this is also using the agentic stack that we discussed earlier, all the tools that we discussed earlier. So I'm going to click start. In this situation, let's say the candidate is James Rodriguez. James Rodriguez is already in your ATS, right? So it's not a cold call, it's a warm call. All that information is in your ATS. So like the agent doesn't need to go out and ask confidential information because we have that already. And the agent is just going to ask some questions to understand the candidate's suitability for future jobs. This is part of the Reactivator product.
Hey, this is John calling from the talent team at the Specialized Group. I'm reaching out because I saw that you recently applied for the technical product manager position. Am I speaking to James Rodriguez?
Yes.
Perfect. Just to make sure we have the right details on file, is james.rodriguez@email.com still the best email to reach you?
That is correct.
Great, thanks for confirming that. So tell me, what made you apply for this particular role? What caught your eye?
I'm interested in cutting edge AI technologies.
That's really interesting. Thanks for sharing. And in terms of compensation, do you have a salary expectation in mind for this position?
I'm hoping for around 85,000 USD.
Thank you for letting me know. One more thing. Are you happy with a fully in-office setup, or would you prefer something hybrid or remote?
I would like something fully remote, please.
I'm curious. When you were looking at this role, were you more drawn to the compensation package, or was it more about the location and the type of work?
More about the type of work. I'm interested in AI.
Thanks for sharing that. And if you had to choose, what matters more to you right now? Career growth and learning new things, or stability and work-life balance?
Career growth by far. I'm really interested in taking it to the next level with voice and AI.
Thanks so much for sharing all of that, James Rodriguez. Based on what you've told me, I think you could be a really good fit for this role. What I'll do is pass your details along to the hiring team, and someone will be in touch within the next few days to discuss next steps. Before I let you go, do you have any questions for me about the role or the company?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks again for your time today, James Rodriguez. It was great chatting with you. Have a lovely rest of your day.
Thank you. All right, so the demo's done. So that information will actually get put into a dashboard. And so you as a recruiter can see all of that. But the point was, as you could see in the demo, that information was coming in real time, which is actually next level. This is something that I think only we have built, as to my knowledge. And so what we can do with this data is we can send that through the tech stack that we discussed earlier, and then the AI can analyze that information, and then we can do all sorts of interesting things with that because we have that information in real time while the person is on the call with us. So for example, the AI could say, oh, James actually would be good for this job in this place, and then the AI could just come back and say, using the agentic tech stack that we discussed earlier, and the agent could say, oh, by the way, James, we checked and it looks like you could be good for this job. Would you be interested in speaking with a recruiter to discuss this job in more detail? Or would you be interested in speaking with the TA or the HR person at the company to talk about this job in more detail? And then if James says yes, then a calendar invite and a meeting gets automatically scheduled by the AI. And this can happen at scale. So we can go out and call like 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 candidates, 10,000 sales prospects, and maybe we identify of that, like, 5 or 10% of them are good for what we're trying to do, for the job, for the event, for the project. And then meetings can get booked and situations can get moved forward. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a heads up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.